Previously on Game Nights.
Through the crevice, there's like a big cave. And as you get closer, you hear a sound that you can only describe as snoring.
I'm going to approach the edge of this crevice. I want to cast Mage Hand. And I want to try to poke whatever's snoring.
Okay. All of a sudden you hear sort of a snort, like, and then there's a pause and the snoring continues.
So I think it's probably time one of us enter the cave.
If we're doing two at a time, though, shouldn't one of us hang back with Sean? I mean, Alan or whatever the hell your name is, Alfred?
Angus, yeah.
Whatever you call yourself now.
I'll hang back.
Right, I'll go first.
Let the enhanced dark vision guy go first. I'll stay behind.
Yeah, I'll go first, Dan, and then Dan and Sean follow me.
So you take another step, triggering another pressure plate.
Oh, shit.
The floor beneath you and Mal suddenly retracts. You fall into a pit and you're in a hole now. It's very, very dark.
So I'm gonna press my ear down. Do I hear any scuffling down there?
So you hear what sounds like Cal making like a weird humming noise. You hear a sort of trip in a scuffle behind you and turn around to see that two goblins have come through the small opening in the cave.
Oh, Liddell, look what we got here. A couple of stinky, no good piece of crap goblins. Look at these, look at these fools. Hey, buddy, come and get it.
The trapdoor opens. He falls down onto Mal and Cal. So he lands on Cal, doing two crushing damage. But it's still surprising to get hit with a goblin. And the pit door closes above them once more.
Let's see if the old one can come through in an old one way.
You Eldritch blast that goblin into like a million pieces.
Nice. The old one.
He flies back against the pit wall and explodes. Art, you sort of gently toss the rock.
My Steph Curry 3-point jumper.
I was gonna say you yell Kobe. Toss the rock. It lands perfectly. Trapdoor retracts, and Dell deftly inserts the scimitar like just under the lip of the trapdoor, and as it goes to return to close the trap, it jams on the scimitar and is stuck open. So you can see down into the pit where your colleagues are, bathed in both fairy light and goblin blood.
Nice.
Oh my God!
That must be quite the sight to see.
What the hell's been going on down there? Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this Game Nights. Tonight's story, The Warden, Chapter 5.
I guess we're back to it.
How did you guys get down there? My goodness, what are you two doing down there in that there pit? Gee whiz.
Oh, we're just admiring the scenery down here,
Thought there might be treasure.
You mind helping us out here there, fella?
I don't know, you look mighty comfortable down in that there pit.
Please get us out. It's gross.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe you did ask quite nicely, so I think it's the least we could do. Mr. Dell, how do you think we're going to get these two clowns out of their
I've
pit?
got some rope. That's pretty much it. They could grab my sword. Probably would.
Sounds a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, I've got some rope. Are there any rocks or like studs?
I mean, the pit's not terribly deep. I feel like the rope would probably suffice if you just want to hold on to it.
All right. I dangle a rope down for him.
Do you want me to hold on to it as the larger, heavier one of the two of us?
Probably. I suspect this is their strength check.
That's wise.
All right.
I think Mal and Cal should do strength checks. Mal scoots on up the rope, no problem.
Okay.
Cal stares at the rope nervously, remembering back to a time in gym class when he was picked on by the other drow, mercilessly. The three of you can see the terror in his eyes as he stares down this rope.
They used to call him mean things like Cal Weird.
All right, I'm going to attempt to climb this rope. Do I have to roll a dexterity check or a strength check?
Strength check, please.
Okay. All right. Oh, boy. I rolled an 8.
Oh, no. Cal grabs a hold of the rope, pulls himself up one arm length, and then slides back down.
Just like gym class.
It's gym class all over again, eh? At least this time I at least have the old one to help me out.
Does the old one have any rope climbing skills?
He has all kinds of skills, you know. You just got to read this book that I found, and you'll gain all the powers of the old one too.
What's the book called?
I can't really tell. You see, it's written in this weird language with all these like triangles and pointy things.
Uh-huh.
I don't really understand too much of it. I just know that after reading it, I felt kind of funny for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I had all this knowledge of the old one.
I think it's titled "The Old One and the Sorcerer's Stone." Is that correct?
I think it's called The Old One and You.
The Old One.
Reading this correctly.
It's his self-help book.
Yeah, you know, it's helped me quite a bunch. You know,
but not in climbing ropes.
Well, now looks down and says, "I think you should invoke the old one and try again."
Okay.
Do you have to say something when you invoke the old? Is there like an incantation?
He's chewing a lot. I can see that.
I'm channeling the old one. Ah, 16.
Yeah, with the strength of his deity behind him, Cal powers up the rope as if it were nothing. The fear gone from his eyes, and now you're all back in the hallway where you started. To refresh your memories in case you need it. So in front of you is the pit, and then beyond the pit is the cave entrance that you came in. Behind you is sort of a bend in the cave, and then there's a door on the far side of the bend, if that makes sense. Or not like on your, so if the bend is to your left, the door is like in front of you.
Okay. And what are we? I'm assuming we're all on the side of the pit that is the bend side of the pit.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
So
what do we want to? What do we want to do, guys? We want to check out the door, go around the bend here, just say fuck it and leave. Always an option. You know, we never take it, but it is always an option. Let's not forget.
I feel like we should save the door for last.
Okay.
We don't know what's behind the door. We can't we can't easily slowly open the door.
True.
We can slowly round this bend.
Love it.
That's true.
Carefully.
Who's leading the way? Who's taking point?
I can lead the way.
All right.
Okay. So Dell walks around the bend. There's a short span of hallway that like ends in a T kind of intersection, right? And so he peeks around the corner to the left and sees a long hallway that he can't quite make out the end of. It's dim. There's like a torch on the wall, but he can't quite see the end of it. And he looks to the right. It's a shorter hallway, and there are a shorter hallway that ends in a single door, and there are two doors on the left side of that hallway.
Okay.
It's a lot of options.
There's a lot of options.
I think we should check out those side doors. Maybe there's treasure.
Okay, so the door is down to your right.
Yeah, there are 2 doors on one side of the hallway, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So the hallway ends. There are 3 doors total. The hallway terminates in a door,
Yep.
and then there are 2 doors on the left side.
Yep. I say we check out the first door on the left side.
Be our guest, Dan. Go for it.
Yep, let's do it.
All right.
All right. I go up to the door.
Mm.
I put my ear on the door. Do I hear anything behind the door?
I would. How about you roll a perception check?
That sounds good. $12.
12. So you do hear some stuff. It's hard to
Whoa!
say.
Did I hear that?
I don't think that's what you hear now.
The goblin sneeze.
That's the old one. The old one's trying to escape.
You do hear some like continuous muffled sounds. Once in a while, you hear like sort of like clanks or something, but you can't really make out what it is. But there is stuff going on behind the door.
Okay. I turn around and I say, I don't think we should go through this door.
Okay.
All right.
think-
All right,
Yeah.
that sounds like a good idea, Dale.
Sounds
You
like
would know.
there's geeks in there.
Mm.
There's a door.
Does this door have a locking mechanism on it? Or is it just like a straight up door?
There's no locking mechanism you can see. There's just a
No
handle.
keyhole.
Correct.
Sure. Okay. It would be great to trap these guys in there. That's what I'm thinking.
Why don't we
right
just
now.
light the door on fire?
That will let them out.
It's not a bad idea.
No,
Do I have-
you can't go through a door that's on fire.
Can eventually.
Keep in mind you're in a cave, right? So the door is wood, certainly, but the rest of the building is not.
And also, we would probably die of carbon monoxide poisoning due to the lack of ventilation.
Check.
It's a real risk.
This is why I bounce my ideas off of you guys. You know, that's
Right.
my bad.
Guys, I have a plan.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Here's what we're going to do, okay? I'm going to peek in this room. I'm going to cast one of my cantrips. It's called Dancing Flame. Let me just look up exactly what it does, so I'm not.
What's your end game here? What do you think?
All right. So Dancing Flame. Let me read the description briefly, so that we're not confusing anybody out there, including myself. But I
It's an
think
educational
what I
program.
do is Dancing Flame. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's called Dancing Lights. Dancing Lights. You create up to 4 torch-sized lights within range, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs that hover in the air for the duration of 1 minute. You can also combine the 4 lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form of medium size. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, you sure?
Okay.
Yep,
Like,
Yeah. So, but
like
hang
why?
yeah.
because I'm going to launch the flame in there. It's going to cause a distraction.
I mean, they don't know we're here. Do we need a distraction? What do we...
Because then when we distract them, we're going to attack them while their backs are turned on us.
I mean, let me make one thing very clear. Normally, Matt, I would say this is a horrendously terrible idea. But I also think we really need to juice the excitement of this program. So I'm actually going to vote in favor. I mean, there are 4 of us. We'll vote. I'm voting in favor of Matt. I actually think this could be pretty exciting.
Okay.
You know, got really nothing to lose, right?
Except our lives, yeah.
Everything.
It's
I
true.
don't even know if we have anything to gain.
What
Excitement.
if there's a treasure in there, Dan? What if there's a big old treasure in there?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's do
Okay.
it. Make it happen.
So
All
what's
right.
the plan of attack? You're gonna light up something. I would suggest putting it at the far end of this room, so they're looking the other way. We can get a little surprise attack.
Oh, wait a
Little,
second. Dan, don't you have a ring of X-ray?
Oh, I do!
Oh, why don't you bring X-ray so we can actually see what's in the room?
Oh, hell yeah!
You know?
Damn, I totally forgot about that. Ring
I mean, it's
of
no folding
X-ray.
boat, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, let's see what this bad boy does. Ring of X-ray vision. While wearing this ring, you can use an action to speak its command word. When you do so, you can see into and through solid matter for 1 minute, radius of 30 feet, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. Okay, yeah, sure. So I put this ring on. I speak its command word,
Which is?
pseudo, and what do I see?
Cool. So Dell fires up his ring of X-ray vision and looks towards the door. The first thing you notice is the door does have a locking mechanism, and it does seem to be only it is locked, and it's locked from the other side. So you probably can't open this door without. It's a hefty door. You'd have to roll quite a strength check. So you notice that immediately. On the other side of the door, you see 4 goblins. So two of them are like armed with short bows. 2 of them are armed with scimitars. And as you're looking, you see two. So in this room, it seems to be some sort of barracks. Like there are bunks and stuff. And there are 2 other doors. So there's one on the right wall and one on the left wall. And you see 2 of the goblins go through the door on the left wall. And the other 2 seem to be like gathering their things, like they're preparing for something.
So, Dan, is there a time limit on the Ring of X-ray?
1 minute.
Well, okay. Why don't you pivot to the other side of the hall and look through the other door
Yeah.
while
that's a good idea.
it's up and running?
Okay, so noted all of that stuff. So there's another door.
Correct. So there are 2 more doors down to
Right.
your right.
So the one that doesn't turn at the end of the hallway, what do I see behind that one?
So the one that's like at the immediate end of the hallway.
No, the other one that's not where the hallway turns.
Oh, okay. So you X-ray through there, and you can see into what looks like a prison or something, like maybe where they keep prisoners. Like there are, like you can see like bars on the right side of the door that look like they're closed. Like maybe people could be in there or something like that. It's unclear.
Guys, I've seen this in tons of video games. If we let the prisoners out, they'll help us. They'll join our cause.
Right. Is that door locked?
Only one way to find out. Oh, I guess you're X-raying, so you can see that no, it's not locked.
That's
And there is a
poor
third
design
door
choice
here.
for a prison.
Is it kind of weird that I'm hoping, just based on our past history, that that's really just a prison for Vankar and he's back?
Oh,
Vankar!
Yo,
Hey,
guys!
what's up, guys? That's not even what he sounded like. No, that would be great. Except we killed him.
Okay, and now the door at the end of the hallway.
Correct. So you're gonna look through there.
Yeah, with my X-ray vision.
So you look through and don't see anything really. There's like a little like stool with some things on it. I don't know how high fidelity the X-ray vision is, but it seems like mostly empty.
But is it the hallway continuing, or is it like just a room?
It's just a room.
Okay. Okay.
Is that room locked?
Yeah, good question.
The empty room?
The empty room doesn't seem to be locked.
Okay.
No.
Did I notice that did the prison door have a locking mechanism, or it did not have one at all?
It had a locking mechanism, but it wasn't locked.
Okay. Okay, so it sounds like what we want to do is,
And for what it's worth, I think the X-ray ring you've probably
sure.
hit the time limit on that.
Do I think that the door that leads out of the first room that was locked connects to the prison room?
I think you do.
Yes.
So not the door So if you recall, there are two doors. There's one on the right, one on the left. So the door that the goblins didn't go through, it does seem to you like it connects to the prison room.
What do you think? Should we go into the... I think there are two options. We could do Matt's thing, where we go into the prison room and try to enlist the prisoners. We could also use the distraction technique, try to get the goblins to leave out of that barracks, and then enter in through the prison side, with them like out the way we came for a bit. Those are my two ideas.
Oh, maybe we could, but then how are we? Because I'm just thinking, I like the second idea, right? Bringing them out, luring them out.
Right. Then I'm thinking we could lock them out of those rooms. Just like stick a knife into the locking mechanism so that their keys don't work or something.
Oh, thanks, Indiana Jones. But I'm kind of wondering, like, don't we need how are we going to hide from them? Aren't they going to see us? Like, where are we going to go while we're distracting them?
Oh, sorry. I missed that part. We'll go into the empty room with the stool.
Interesting. I like that. Let's do that. I vote for that. That sounds awesome. How are we going to what are we going to use to distract them, though?
Well, dancing lights and maybe a noise. Is there some sort of, like, firecracker we could set off in the other room?
Mal can do a, like, illusion thing where he makes a noise.
Right.
I don't know. I have my cards here. I can...
I have a good one.
Minor illusion, yeah. So he can just make a noise. So I'm clear. I'm clear on your plan. So you're gonna see if you can lure the goblins out through the cells.
No, not necessarily. Just out
into the hall.
The pit.
I see.
You can try to push them in the pit. I don't know if that would really save us anything.
Bold.
I see.
I like that.
Okay.
That could be bold. Make it sound like there's someone stuck in the pit.
Yeah. Oh man, the other goblins we killed. This may be the best plan we've ever had.
Yeah. Then we push them in. They're short, and they won't have a rope. They're gonna have a really tough time getting out of there.
Oh, forget about it.
Yeah.
This is great.
Okay.
This is foolproof. There's no way this goes fast. I am all in.
Okay.
All right. So the plan is, we make a sound so that these goblins think that there are goblins trapped in the pit. We go into the room that has the stool in it. Maybe we don't even need to do the lights thing. And then
the sound should be good.
Yeah, once we see them leave, we can go out after them and then sneak them in, push them into the pit. Sorry?
Yes. What if we just fight them?
Well,
I think we should try to push him in the pit, and then if it fails, we'll fight him.
Yeah.
Okay. This is like some Scooby-Doo shit.
Yeah.
But all right.
I think it's great.
It really is.
So are we going to start by hiding in the empty room? Is that still the idea so they don't see us?
We can't. Well, yeah, we could be in the room, but I'm guessing, Mal, that you need to see the pit in order to make the sound like it's coming from there, right?
I feel like that's probably true. Let me double check. Yeah, this says within range, so I think probably being able to see it, or
can you see it from if the door in the stool room was open?
No, so it's
so
like if the pit is back. If you remember, it's back like around the corner.
You'd have to hide it in that room with a pit. Is there a place, Mal, you think you could hide in the pit room?
So Mal takes this moment to remind you that there was a door near the pit that you hadn't explored yet.
We could explore it.
We could. That would be the easiest thing.
All right. Mal, if you think that's what's best.
I will approach the door. I want to do
Okay, so now are we all going back into the pit room?
I guess so.
Yeah, we can head that way.
All right.
We all kind of march down and we look at the door, and
Mm.
I guess I'll put my ear to the door and see what I hear.
Mm. Uh, are you rolling perception check?
I am. Oh, and the new Dice Cam 4000. Shit, we got to click the button there. 17.
17.
17.
You very clearly hear absolutely nothing.
Awesome.
It
My
is
favorite
silent,
sound.
and you feel quite confident
Good news.
that there are no living things in there.
Oh, well, if I feel quite confident, then I go to turn the door handle.
Nice. So you turn the door handle, and it seems to be locked, but it feels pretty flimsy.
All right, well, then I kick the door down.
Nice. Roll a strength check.
Let's see. Nope, that's not the right one. Which one do I strength? I'm still trying to figure out how to use this fancy app. No, that's not right. Wait, I'm only. This isn't right. It says I'm only +2 strength. I don't. Oh, technology. No, I'm +4 strength. This isn't even right. Oh my god.
Come on. D&D comes from the heart. It don't come from no
All right.
fancy.
I rolled a 22.
The flimsy locking mechanism pretty much crumbles. The door flies open, kind of bangs on the other side, but you're in the room.
All right. What do we see?
So you walk in. It's dark. You see what look like the shadow. In the shadows, you see what look like shelves, like lining the walls. So it seems to be some sort of like storage room or something.
Perfect.
Let's do it on the shelf.
Yeah, is there anything of value on the shelves?
I'd say one of you should roll something to
I want
root
to
around.
I want to go up and physically examine it. I want to touch what's on the shelf.
Okay.
I roll. Well, what am I rolling for?
Roll investigation.
Oh, okay. Do I have a special bonus for that? Okay. So in that case, it's just a 12.
Just 12. Okay, so
Mhm.
you root around some, and you so as you're feeling around, you like bump like a glass bottle and hear it like clink against some other glass bottles, and you feel the familiar shape of a health potion.
Oh,
And so
yes.
so you found
Very
a
familiar.
stockpile of 4 health potions.
cool.
Sweet.
All for me. None
What?
For you guys. I'm the investigator here. The old one deigns that I get all the potion.
Wow, the old one sounds very selfish.
Unless, of course, you want to
Yeah,
take a
do you
look
have
at it.
do you have to give the old one any of those?
Yeah, get a cut, get a percentage. Finder's fee.
You know, if the old one asks me for one, I'll go ahead and get him one for sure. You know, I don't have a problem sharing with the old one there.
Okay, cool. So, where is this door in relation to the pit and the hallway that we came out of?
So you can see the pit from the door, if that's what you're asking.
But if the goblins came from the hallway,
They would go past the door to get to the pit.
oh, excellent. This is ideal. Good thinking, Mal. You took it and turned it, and you made it an even better plan.
I see. So the plan now
We
is
can
to
hide in this closet, cause the noise,
Well, we should
take the
split.
goblins.
Well, no, well, maybe I don't know if it makes more sense, but like maybe Colby should hide in this closet, and the three of us hide in the other, so we can run up behind him and push him into the pit. You know, split up.
Okay, but I was under the impression that we could do that from here too.
If we think we
Well,
can,
we-
then yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, what do you think? Does it seem likely that if the goblins came from that hallway, that we would be behind them if we emerged from this closet, that they would not see us?
if they came from the hallway that you guys were in, I think they would.
Yeah, I
they
think we
would
could just
pass
stay
in
near
front of
them.
All right, oh, sounds good to me.
All right, let's put this plan into action.
I love it when a plan gets put into action.
All right, so Mel,
Talk me
We're
through it.
we're all gonna be in this closet. You're gonna have the door open. You're going to initiate the goblin cries of distress and make it sound like they're coming from inside the pit, and then we're gonna close the door, wait for them to come.
Okay.
This is so Scooby-Doo.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do before we like start the ruckus?
I don't think so. Anyone?
No, let's do it.
Bring the noise.
I'm gangbusters on this.
Okay. So all four of you are in this storage room. The door is open. Mal begins his incantation or whatever, and you hear what sounds like goblins down in the pit yelling for help in whatever goblin-y language they speak in amongst themselves.
Japanese.
I believe it's called Goblin. Oh.
Right. So you wait for a couple of minutes. One of you roll a perception check.
19 plus 3 is 22.
All right. So Dell, being able to see in the dark and such, the four of you, having forgotten that when you entered the cave, the goblins came from behind you. Dell, you notice they come through a little hidey hole on the other side of the pit. So they come through. You see two goblins, one with a scimitar, one with a short bow. Look down in the pit, see nothing's there, and immediately are on alert. So they
On alert, you say?
Yeah, so they are now aware. They're on the opposite side of the pit, and they're aware that no one's in it. And they do notice that the door to the storage room is open. At which point they bolt back into the hidey hole, and I guess
I thought we
back
closed
from
the door.
wherever they came from. No.
No, Colby specifically said we did not close the door, and none of us corrected him.
I did ask that specifically.
Yep, I will not put that on you. No, that was us. Oh, geez. Well, that went well.
So, now we know where the hidey hole is.
Yikes.
That's true. So on the opposite side of the pit from you, there is a hole in the wall that a small creature could fit
Yeah, I was about to
through.
say, if I remember correctly, none of us could fit through that.
Not even Mal?
Not even a mouse.
I think Mal probably could, but the rest of you certainly could not.
Oh, geez. Well, what are we going to do now?
We gotta fight him. Let's go.
No, they're gone. They went back into the hidey hole.
Let's go chase him.
Indeed.
You can't fit in there, Matt.
I'm gonna cast a spell in there.
You're in the hide. You're gonna point and.
He can fit with the help of the old one.
Anything is possible. With the
It
help
could be.
of-
So Mal looks at you all and says, "Okay, here's the situation. That didn't work. The goblins clearly know we're here now. So we have tools at our disposal, or in things we don't know. We have the hallway to the left, or back where we just came from. We have the hallway to the left that we haven't explored yet. We have the room at the end of the hall, which we haven't looked in, and we have the prison area that seems to be connected to the goblin barracks.
Right.
And so looking from where I'm looking, it seems like this hidey hole might be connected to the hallway we haven't explored."
It's very insightful.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm down to explore that other hallway.
Yeah. What do we got to lose?
So that's been the theme of this adventure.
Yes. Nothing left
All
to
right.
lose. All right. Yeah. Let's go check it out.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
So you said when we looked down there before, it was not super well lit, at least not far down. We couldn't really see that much.
There was like one torch like halfway, so you could see about halfway, but you couldn't see the end.
I mean, Dan, you're Mr. Night Vision. Do you want to see if you got a better peek down there with a perception roll?
I can.
As much as I'd love to just
let me look
run
up
down
how
in
far.
there.
Well, yeah, I guess with dark vision I can see as if it was light up to 60 feet. 12.
So you can kind of see a little bit farther. It looks like a hallway. You can maybe see what looks like the end of it, and it kind of looks like there's a door or a bend or something on the right side. But you can't make out much more than that.
Cool. All right. Let us proceed. I say, looks like a hallway to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I reckon you are correct, sir.
Nice. So you proceed down the hallway. I assume Dell is in the lead. You reach the end, where you find a door on the right.
Told you.
It was in fact a hallway. You also notice what seems to be the exit to a hidey hole,
Ooh.
which, judging from the looks of it, is probably where the goblins that just escaped from your ruse went.
Ah.
See, but now we have them running scared. I think this may have actually worked out in our favor. They don't know how many, they know that there's some, crazy shit going on. They maybe have even known that they've lost some goblins, but they do not know where we are, as far as we know, and they don't know how many of us there are.
Brilliant.
That's true.
True.
That was all intentional.
Yeah.
Got it. Yep. I love it when a plan is intentional.
Are you working on catchphrases, Matt? Is that what's going on here?
Because I honestly thought you already had a pretty good one. You should save the catchphrases for us. The old one is a great catchphrase.
That's not really a catchphrase, though. That's like a recurring character.
Yeah, but
You
it can be made into any catchphrase. Like, I did it thanks to the old one.
Looks like the old one's at it again.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to this door. This at the end of this hallway. Do my thing. I could try to use the X-ray vision ring again, but if I don't take a long rest first, which I won't be able to, I must succeed in a 15 Constitution saving throw or gain 1 level of exhaustion.
What does exhaustion do?
I'm glad you asked, Colby.
Yeah, we haven't done that,
Exhaustion
really.
is measured in 6 levels. An effect can give a creature 1 or more levels of exhaustion. Level 1, disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
Level 2, speed halved. Level 3, disadvantage on attack rolls. Level 4, hit point maximum halved. Level 5, speed reduced to 0. Level 6, death.
Wow, you'd be exhausted to death, just like
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah, let's try that, and if we can roll the dice literally on the ring if we feel like we have to. Should I keep percepting?
Well, you
Sure.
me on a hot streak. Where am I?
Well, doesn't mean anything. That's not how statistics works. All right, so I'm gonna put my ear up to the door. I'm gonna peek under the door. I'm gonna do everything I can. 15.
15. I feel like that's pretty good. That's with your modifiers and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hear the sound of a fire, not like
Fire.
burning room fire, but like fire in a hearth kind of fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like to you. So I think at one point you hear sort of a thud, right? It sounds like wood on stone, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, it's mostly quiet, aside from the fire.
Okay. So it's possible there are people in there, but you'd think that they would be making some noise. So to end this door, does it seem like a really sturdy door? I jiggle the handle. Does it appear to be locked?
It doesn't seem to be locked.
Okay. All right, then I turn around and I say, I think we should just bust in there. Best case scenario, there's no one in there.
Hell yeah!
Worst case scenario, we surprise them.
Bam! I love it.
Okay. We need our biggest buster to go in first.
Sean is the buster.
Yeah.
That's what my friends call me.
The bus.
Arthur the Buster. All right, yeah. I think it's about time we get this job done, and I just Yeah.
So I was going to clarify the plan, but keep at it. Keep at it.
All right.
It sounded like you were about to start to clarify the plan.
Yeah, so I bring up my leg to go to kick the door open, and then I kind of hesitate for a second. I just go, So I just kind of reach down and just turn the knob and just kind of swing the door open.
I see. And
We are all weapons ready.
Yep. In like one of those dramatic, overdone superhero poses.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see. So do you all do you rush into the room? Do you poke your head in the room? Tell
I
me.
feel like
Tell
we
me
can
what's
rush
happening.
in, and again, there's either no one in there, or we'll be able to take them by surprise.
I see. So you rush through the door. The four of you into the room. Bows drawn, swords drawn, wands at the ready. I don't know. I don't quite remember what
He
Callan's
fights with
wielding.
the old one.
Right.
Yeah, his book
So-
at the ready.